Alright, guys, video I've been waiting for, draft recap. I appreciate all you guys getting logged in. I think Matt looked like you were actually drafting from Walgreens, so I appreciate that. Without further ado, I will go through the listing. ESPN has, pre-ranked before the draft, or after the draft, but before some of the moves that have happened, where everyone's sort of was supposed to finish, and so it went from Darcy all the way down to Lish in last. So I've gone through them that way, but needless to say, I haven't had the same insight as ESPN really has. So without further ado, let's do it. Got 14 teams to get through. Just some quick hitters for everybody. Darcy, Johnson & Johnson. Great start to her draft, 1, 2, and 3. Not sure about the 4-5 turn, but I do actually really like her late round pick in Lazard. She's got the number 1 kicker in Justin Thomas. Luckily for her, Fournette landed in a good spot. Probably going to take some time. Plus, he's in a little bit of a competition. I don't doubt he will be the starter eventually. Obviously, they wouldn't have grabbed him if they didn't think he was going to start. I give her an A after the draft. Looking like a B right now just because she might miss some weeks with Fournette. But still pretty good squad. Got Andy's squad, Godwinter. I don't know the rest of it. That's all I wrote. Do love Dalvin. Didn't handcuff though. Tisk tisk. Not everyone believes in it, but whatever. But I do love his top 2 wide receivers. Little shocked he took Robbie Anderson. Not really good fit in Carolina. Bridgewater doesn't really stretch the field. Throw it down. Doesn't have the arm for it. Do think he could have done better later in the draft. Otherwise, he might have had the best draft. I think I missed out on some opportunities, but I still give him an A-. Weekly injury report, Carrie Segroy. She got screwed by that Fournette trade, as she is not very loaded on running back, and Ronald Jones was her number 2 and really her only other starter. Running backs are in trouble. Long term, don't think she's got 2 starters. She's just got Aaron Jones, and that is a little shaky with the way Green Bay. Well, I guess in the past McCarthy's been shitty, but last year they were all right. Our receivers on point. I love them all. Hill, Thielen, Landry, like them. She's gonna need some running backs on waivers. I wrote down that I give her a C+, and that's really because her running backs are bad, and then with even her second running backs kind of got snaked now. So C+ for Carrie Segroy, sorry. Hang with Mr. Cooper, that's LT squad. Definitely a fan early on with her squad. I do like Allen Robinson, like Keenan Allen. I do have some concerns with most of durability, and right in front of you, you got Tevin Coleman taken. That was tough. I know you were looking at him. But she's got good backups in Moss and Madison. Nothing flashy, not terrible. It's just overall solid B+. Murray the F up, that's Mike P's squad. Love the first 4 rounds. You probably won't like me saying that. Running backs and tight end, elite tight end. But wide receiver, just took a bunch of random, well, not really random flyers, but he's going to have decisions to make all year. He's got no studs. I wouldn't even call T.Y. Hilton a stud. But hopefully he'll hit with someone in addition to T.Y. He won't have to worry about it. Kelsey would be probably more than make up for it, and I actually really like Perriman late. I think he's a great fit there, and obviously Kyler Murray at the helm is going to be nice. He should see, unless he pulls a Baker and really craps the bed year 2, should be pretty good. A-, best so far. Gurley digs my woods. Is that? I don't even know if that's what it is. I know it's digs my woods, but that's Matt's squad. Loaded wide receiver, like. He went all out on wide receiver. He took 3 running backs and only wide receivers. I don't know if that was intentional, wasn't paying attention or not. Hopefully he could trade some to Mike P. Mike P could use a couple of wide receivers, but his running backs are lacking. Hard position to fill. He'll be probably fighting with a couple of people, including Carrie Segroy on the waivers early. Other than that, I actually like his team pretty. I still give him an A-, all things considered. Tarico and could stay healthy, and then obviously maybe he doesn't hit an injury with Kamara because he didn't handcuff there with Latavius. Next we got Lamario's. It's me, Lamario. Again, I just kind of wrote Lamario on here. That's core squad. You wanted Lamar? He got Lamar. But at the cost of just a terribly awful running back crew, really awful. He hopes Lamar's 30 a week, I guess, can make up for that, and hopefully he can at least get Jordan Howard, and I don't even remember other guy is now. Just like eight. I just need 8 points. If I can get, 46 points out of my QB and 2 running backs, that's all I need. I do like his wide receivers and tight ends, so that'll definitely help. Not terrible. Give him a B plus. Digging my Juju, Carey, Dunlap. The theme in this 14-teamer, bad running backs. As we continue to move down this list, Chubb is good. Ingram's on a heavy running team, but most of that running's from Lamar. Not sure if they'll tame him back, but last year I had Ingram. He was just 40 yards and 3 touchdowns, or just like 60 yards and that's it. So he came in spurts. Overall, had a great fantasy season, but. Solid QB and Dak. Not sure about wide receivers. Not sure about tight end, whether Cook is going to be as good as he was last year. Sorry, Carey, Dunlap. Dang, both carries. C pluses. Gurley. That's Bradley's squad. He loves Edwards-Helaire. Not saying I love him as much, or I don't love him as much as Bradley. Not saying he's going to be bad. I just don't think he's 6th pick good. But having said that, 3 running backs in the first 3 rounds, he's looking solid there, and somehow got some decent receivers in Cup and Chark. Chris Thompson pick looking really good as well. Now that Fournette is gone, and Hurst could be, filling that Hooper role if Matt Ryan can trust him like he trusted Hooper. So I give Bradley a B plus. Hollywood is Mahomes. That's Joe. So let's see what he's got. Just like his wife, I'm concerned about his running backs, but I'm not as concerned because he's got a couple more, but the theme of Joe's team when I was looking at his, like, very balanced. He's got a couple of good tight ends, he's got some good balance on running back and receiver, he's got no one like flashy, and I guess like that might pose some lineup decision problems throughout the year, but he's thinking like, hey, try to keep it even, keep it balanced, a couple of these guys will hit, and then I'll have just a flex and maybe a wide receiver to try to figure out every week. But guess what? He drafted Armstead now that Fournette's gone. I haven't really listened or looked at anything, but I assume he's going to be the starter now. Chris Thompson will still be that change of pace back. And then with Mahomes at the helm, man, Joe Segura, solid A. Lindy's toy basket, unproven with JT, but DT is looking real good. Love his first 5 rounds. He didn't really seem to care when he started taking Josh Allen and then Aaron Rodgers, 2 QBs. He's like, whatever. I feel good about my squad. I might as well just take 2 QBs. He did take Diggs and Josh Allen, so maybe he was worried he was taking too many Bills players. James White with Cam could be pretty dirty. We saw what he could do, what McCaffrey could do there, so it could be dangerous. Hard to say what New England's going to look like this year, but I give DT a solid B. Team at $ Jared, good starting running backs. He got 2 starting running backs, and he grabbed both his handcuffs, so I like that. Going to be tough with bye weeks, but he snagged OBJ right in front of me, and I was like really hoping he would fall to me. I didn't necessarily expect him to, but I was hoping he would fall to me. I have him in another league. Wide receiver run in the middle for his draft, and a late QB snag, decent tight end right there in the middle. Hate to say it, got to give Jared B plus. Good for him, getting out of the F train for me this year. Are you joking, Pat? Out of the 2 spot, man. I thought this draft was. He'll hate me for saying it, but I thought it was pretty perfect, man. ESPN actually has him as second to last, but I actually have him with the best grade. Spoiler alert: I give him an A plus. He's loaded at running back, and I think he still managed 3 really nice wide receivers. And then he got Tevin Coleman there, which, I mean, last year San Francisco running backs were a crapshoot, and I think Tevin Coleman was just the starter last year, and I think he could land in that role again. So I think that could be nice. And then Hooper, 3 seasons in a row, finishing top 6 at tight end, and now he's with Baker in a pretty good situation. Obviously, he had a good situation with Matt Ryan at Atlanta. But I think it's a good pick, and it's a good value for where he got him. Cam and Big Ben, he'll figure out how to use one of those. I don't think he'll have an issue. And then he's got Butker, A plus for Patty. A Baker's Dozen Scrubs, that's my new team name. That's Lish. I felt good when Mixon slipped to me, but then the rest of it was just a crapshoot. Didn't feel that much better after OBJ was taken, like right there when I was like, I'm gonna get him. And I got flustered. I took Akers as my second QB. He's a rookie. I don't even know if he's going to start. And I drafted him in the freaking 3rd round. I got Breda again, not a starter. I don't think my wide receivers are too bad, and I keep forgetting. Like I took a second tight end pretty early because, and I can use that one of those in my flex. So hopefully that really helps having a couple of solid tight ends. But so hopefully I can make up for it. But Vaughn's now on the outs with Fournette being there, and Ronald Jones, so that's not looking like a good late round snag. I'm looking shitty, and I get the worst grade, as I should, just like with ESPN. C minus. That's the draft recap video. Y'all take it easy.